Elliott's Cowboys.
All right, into the National Football League is on the everything big here in Dallas. And the introduction to the Cowboys set for football in Big D as their guys will do Angeles Rams. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
This is Elliott, and he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They go to Elliott again, and he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Elliott last year so darn good, over 1,600 yards, most in the NFL. Actually, there were 10 teams that didn't rush for as many yards as he did. That's how good he was.
And just think, there is a place for him to get better. And I think it's in pass receiving, not necessarily the hands, but just throwing it to him more, getting him into open space. He can make even more big plays doing that.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front?
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. So a pretty early 1st quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
First and goal from the 8. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Off-play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Three and a half to go, first quarter. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. On 1st and 10, Goff. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Gurley, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. A shotgun snap for Goff. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
It's Johnny Hecker now, an all-pro 3 of the last 4 years on to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Elliott. And he'll lose 6 yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss up a 3rd and 11 situation. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And they're definitely showing blitz here. 2nd down, Prescott. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Boston College, John Johnson, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
After the interception, here's Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Last year, Gurley, 74% of LA's carries. That's the highest percentage in the league.
But no real payoff because they finished 31st in the league in rushing. I think as a team, they ran for 78 yards per game. They had a 1,000-yard receiver in Kenny Britt out wide, but they really didn't scare people downfield. And because of that, they stacked the line of scrimmage and stuffed the run game.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. On first down, it's gone. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your... You have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least...
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him to have 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Goff. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Goff will yield to Greg Zuerlein for the field goal try. This from 44 yards away. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a second straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And not much there. maybe a yard up to the 24.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Prescott now on second down. And this one complete to Winton over the middle. Dak fighting his tight end Winton, and the Cowboys have a first down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. And the D looking like they may blitz. They go play action here on first down. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And some room to maneuver. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards. The numbers for Dak as a rookie last year are still kind of mind-boggling. And you look at QB rating. Dak was 104.9. Now, among full-time quarterbacks, only 2 Super Bowl quarterbacks, Matt Ryan and Tom Brady, were higher.
And look who he finished ahead of. Guys like Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Russell Wilson. Amazing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down at the 8-yard line. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to...
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now the backup, Darren McFadden. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's caught by Butler over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A first down throw for Prescott. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. A second down throw for Prescott. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Bailey now to kick this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Again they run with Gurley. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. We have hit halftime. Still. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Back to throw, Goff. And some room to run now. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, after watching that throw and catch on that corner route, you just have to know they put some time in working on it, haven't they?
Practice makes perfect. Worked out well there. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Gone. We got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd down following the run. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Goff. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. McFadden following the penalty. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
How many times do we hear from coaches, get north and south as a runner, especially in short yardage situations? I'd say 3rd and 1 counts. That didn't happen there.
Instead, they went backwards. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right? As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Woods. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Pass and D-line sandwiches together. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll let it fly for Austin. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Prescott now from the 50. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. As we saw in his rookie year, Dak not afraid to run with it. And he did there to pick up the first. First down, a run with McFadden. Oh, now he bowls him over. He's going to go. Darren McFadden. Touchdown, Cowboys. Darren McFadden, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And the Rams getting set to go now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And got his man complete. Past the 20. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tavon Austin, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Prescott from the gun. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Michael Brockers breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Elsewhere, a third quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Prescott off the play fake to McFadden. He sets to fire deep. That's caught at the 25. A big play here for the Cowboys. 47 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
McFadden. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. He's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And he whips that one incomplete there. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The rookie from Michigan, Taco Charlton. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack. I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30.
Missed.
It will not go down. Still going. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, McFadden. And so he's going to go. Darren McFadden. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Darren McFadden with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It's throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Watch left, watch left. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball. 20. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On 1st and 10, Goff. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Defense showing blitz. Here's McFadden. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing just outside his own goal line. Here's Austin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now Goff. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Goff. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This will be taken about the 12. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Checking in on Houston. It's in the 4th quarter there. And the lead has gotten even bigger. The Texans, they've got it in cruise control right now. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year.
Super 66.
shift together here from the D-line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A big hit. Knocked down.